Behold, the Fiat 500. Now with this being a video about racing against cars with absurd power outputs, a car like this is not the first thing that comes to mind. The reason behind me bringing this up lies within Gran Turismo 4's upgrading system. Let me get this out of the way as fast as possible. So here I have two cars, the aforementioned Fiat and a comparatively state-of-the-art Nissan Skyline. Putting the Stage 2 turbo kit on the Fiat gives a well-needed boost of power from 17 to 63 horsepower, which admittedly won't be breaking anyone's neck, but it should be able to attempt some hills. So let's picture the Fiat's turbo setup. Just a slapdash eBay tier install on the little air-cooled 2-cylinder. Now let's move on to the Skyline's famous RB26, a far cry from the PVC pipes of the Fiat's aftermarket turbo system. Twin turbo from factory, with countless hours being put into researching and designing even the smallest parts. An engine so universally praised, whose status has ascended to realms unknown. So with that being said, let's chuck the Fiat Turbo on and see what happens. 1,100 horsepower. Yeah, so this unassuming Stage 2 power upgrade has unknowingly become a power multiplier, and this would be the base for my challenge. Can I beat GT4 while my opponents have 4 times their usual power? Just quickly some rules so it's better or something. We will need to beat the GT World Championship. The opponents will have multiplied power for every event, including missions. I will not be using grinding methods in the early game to cheese everything. If I need a car for the later stages, it's alright. I can use whatever upgrades the game lets me, and lastly, no save states in races. And with all that, let's start a run. Right away we are dropped into the world and are faced with our first decision. We could of course go for some licenses and sell the prize cars to fund for our faster project, or spontaneously splurge on a cheap shitbox. Enter this 32-year-old Mitsubishi Lancer, the original evolution. Now in any normal playthrough, this car would set fire to basically whoever is unfortunate enough to rock up to the Sunday Cup, and then some. But now would it even hold up at our introductory race? After applying the bare necessities, in the form of an oil change and nothing else because we're poor, it was time to take on the scariest Sunday Cup to date. I think the flywheel is like the only thing you can get. Even then, we're just a stock Lancer then. To the discredit of that last sentence, the Autumn Ring race actually felt quite easily. Oh, you can definitely tell they're pulling away. But this is not even as hard as I thought it would be. Already catching up to first place. I guess the AI don't really have anywhere to use their power. Beginner course posed no threat either, with the Evolution 1 taking first, off the leading garage just 2 and a bit laps in. Yeah, it's really hitting those corners. No, it did kind of cut that one. At this point, no upgrades have been applied, and the stock Lancer still held up. And with my hopes and dreams at an all-time high, we set off to the third race at High Speed Ring, only to see them crash and burn, embodied in the form of this exact MX-5. The Alpha's getting decimated here. It's getting bangs on the side there. Yeah, no, the Mazda's already up to first. The Minis, oh, everyone's overtaking me. Everyone's gone. Look at that 147 rocketing through the pack. Look at the brakes though. It's fine. 1.6 TSI. Yeah, dude, that Mazda though. You see, I had gotten very lucky the first 2 races, with opponents mostly consisting of front-wheel drive hatchbacks, which were effectively dragging themselves along, with 500 of their horsepower being directed to the front wheels. The Miata, however, had the luxury of being rear-wheel drive, bringing pace I was completely unprepared for. 3 races in, and I already had to upgrade the Lancer, barely coughing up the cash to get the racing chip, and with that we waited till the next Sunday to compete, just to find the Miata wasn't there. Instead, it was the rear-wheel drive BMW 120i hatchback, who in textbook fashion managed to smash into me while pulling out to overtake. No. But I appreciate it so far. And another very unexpected frontrunner. Dude, that jazz! What is that jazz? The Honda actually, he's got it doing 250, 260. Where's 270 and jazz? At the front of the next race was the Italobox Stronghold, which would serve as quite the challenge to get past, even when you cheat. No! Wait. Wait, what? What? This race would require a strong fight through the pack, not being overtaken by everyone on lap 2 straight. Not exactly, but we're getting a little boost. Double boost maybe? Oh. Against, what are you doing? Okay. Here we go, shot him through. Oh, another wall hit. Gonna dive first. Slight, dirty driving there. Okay, that wasn't so bad. We just had to turn my brightness up a little bit. Okay, here we go. Already surging towards our first championship, the only track which stood in our way was long straights in Motegi. Look how much they lurch forward when they change gears. That power. Just switch back. Oh, too late in the brake. It's a rally car, it doesn't matter. Luckily for us, the AI haven't learned the OP cuts on Motegi, narrowly beating another monstrous Jazz. With the mildly upgraded car and high hopes coming out of the Sunday Cup, the next step was to throw the car at any event which allowed it to, starting at the 4-wheel drive challenge where reality struck once again. Okay. I could take these on, I think. Of course, you don't have the advantage of the 4-wheel drive start, but that Audi, what is it? What? Who's in first? I'll see what the prize is for 5th, but I might actually have to go back to the Sunday Cup for grinding. A miserable 5th place was all we had to give against the hyperspeed Audis, which easily put out more than 1,000 horsepower each. At this point, money was vital for upgrades, so I set out to find races where power would not be so much of a factor. There's Auto Ring. I think I could take him on Auto Ring. Famous last words. Enter the Autumn Ring mini race of the same 4-wheel drive challenge, where the opponents would still have the same absurd power levels, but nowhere on the track to use them to an advantage. Well, at least I can see, well, sort of see the leader. Okay, whoa. That Audi, man. From the Legacy. Okay, around the outside, maybe. Could have even gone for a double, but my skill just wasn't there. Oh! What is that Audi, man? Alright. Oh yes. This one race will become the sole source of my income for the foreseeable future. This lasts about 2 races. I mean, hey, it's second. It's a damn sight better than 5th. Now armed with 4,000 credits and no plan, I set out once again in search of any money which didn't involve the monotony of Autumn Ring Mini, to only be met with even more disparaging results. This trend continued over multiple events, but I knew there had to be something with the perfect storm of factors, like a track with barely any straights, slow corners, good payouts, and most importantly, AI fails. Now, as someone who spent more time reveling in the suffering of AI cars than I like to admit publicly, I was fairly well versed in knowing which tracks guaranteed the AI to make a complete ass of themselves, and I knew from experience that once an AI gets stuck, its solution to get back in the race would involve a drive straight across the track, into the grass, grabbing reverse while there's nothing in front, needless to say, losing heaps of time. However, a track I never thought would be subject to this is George v. Paris. While yes, the track is one of the worst to drive in the game, and the addition of 5-second penalties to the mix killed the experience a little. Like the slot machines, the payout was insanely enticing, with $5,000 a pop. But as we were against a Group B power rivaling Quattro, this reward was far from being a reality. Or so I thought, until... The George v Paris Easy event was a crucial lifeline to our bank account, and for those worried about me winning an OP prize card, the reverse layout was completely impossible. Soon enough, we were able to install the next big upgrade, a Stage 2 turbo tune, and more parts bringing us up to 400 horsepower. My philosophy so far was to go all out on power, as that was my main downside. I could keep up on the corners, but turn to a statue relative to the AI speed on the straights. There was still some unfinished business, however. I was desperate to justify all the money I put into this thing, so off we went to the 4-wheel drive series again, snatching wins from Suzuka to El Capitan. Oh, what are you doing? Come on, fold them in. It's not looking good. And eventually even Grand Valley. It's not going to be enough. How is he so fast? Nah, this is worse than last. I'm not even gonna bother. More upgrades. I'm just gonna buy some upgrades. I've got 12,000. With some slight handling upgrades, I think we can do it. Can we beat the first race of the 4 drive challenge, please? Okay. Whoa. What? What are you doing? Finally get a good line through here. Knocking a bit of cones over. Here we go. We'll take the Caldina at some point. Here. Around the Audi. Oh yes. Come on, we're actually out accelerating the Toyota through here. Whoa. What is that engine sound? Man's got a loose fan belt in there. What? These, of course, GT4 managed to portray Audi drivers perfectly. Some mistakes happening at the front here. Again, dude. Alright. Pretty good through there. Now we just got the Land Rover. Which... we get a really good run out of this corner. Caldina's off. As long as we don't get bowled by the Land Rover. Actually, no, we're getting flanked on both sides. The orange cars. Okay, finally. Now, only one track stood in our way. The track which ended up becoming the bane of my insanity. Fuji Speedway. Also, yes, I'm aware you can cut the course, but shut up. He's off. What is... oh, I thought he spun around for a sec. Oh, they're all off. Look at that. Where I may be able to gain a few seconds because the AI thought it could take every corner flat, it would immediately be undone thanks to the many hard acceleration zones, and of course the massive straight, which saw unheard of speeds being reached, and moments like this happening. Oh no! Oh! No! No! Dude! This race was the first true test for me so far, with painfully close second and third places happening, just meters from the finish. This kept me going however, as I knew it was still possible, just the perfect mix of unfortunate AI mishaps would be needed. Most preferably from our 2 main rivals in this race, Lancia Delta and Audi S4, who would be a recurring character in future events. The Audi's complete disregard for the peasants in inferior cars daring to overtake him had been quite the problem so far, and I got quite a lot of the Audi's rage. Stop hitting that exact spot. The Delta! Oh, the Audi as well. To the first one, to the chicane. Oh, the Delta's falling stuff. What is he? He's braking in the middle of the grass. What are you doing, my man? Oh, it's so hard. This is so much harder than you think. Now we've got the Legacy, or it's the Lancer. Oh no. Oh no, he died. What? Here he comes. Yeah. What? Legacy, what are you doing? What is that? Grandpa's off his meds. Yes, he's doing it. Come on. That looks even worse than last time. Oh, he's... what are you... straight lining the chicane the completely wrong way. Hello. Yeah, he's... please just... he's off, he's off. Crap, here we go. Yes, okay. Just do it yourself, come on. Yes, okay, nice. What is that line? Oh, we actually made it this time, no way. Swear to God. Please, no. Okay, good. Okay. It's not looking good for the Delta. Oh, he's gonna cut across again. Come on. Please. For my sanity. Yes, okay. Please. Please. No, don't do too wide, please. No, Lancer, no, please, no. No, no! Okay, okay. This is all gonna come full circle though, as he gets absolutely clocked by the stage here. Oh no, Audi's dead! Audi's dead! Now all that stood between us and the win was the old Delta. With a good buffer between me and third place, a win was on the cards. Better be, because I'm 2 seconds down. Ain't looking great for him. Oh no, he's spinning all. Oh yes, come on. Hit the wall, please. Yes, straight line into the wall. Yes! I love you, Delta. And this isn't even a hard championship, it's full drive challenge for God's sake. We finally do it. I was finally able to claim victory over the 4-drive challenge, but both me and the car knew its days were numbered as the search for money continued. Event after event turned up no results, and the inevitable dread of having to grind George V again loomed closer. But no. Stumbling across the Japan 90s challenge, the expectations were below the floor, expecting the likes of NSXs, Skylines, and RX-7s to shatter any chance of victory. So you could imagine the surprise of seeing the lineup I got. Apricot Hill again. MX-5 Pacific, Prelude, Sleeker, what? Hang on. This could actually be doable, hold on. Oh, we've actually got ourselves in. Okay, this might actually be better. Hold on. We will meet the master again. Right off the bat, we surged into first place before the first corner, and aside from some slight pressure from the other Lancer keeping me on my toes, the first event falls with ease. Everywhere. The next event, though, presented us with a returning Miata as well as a Sylvia, which I was quaking over. Oh, it's a rolling start. Okay. Oh, and a Sylvia. Okay, this is gonna be. Sylvia's gonna be the main issue, I think. Okay, this track might be good for us, though. Either way, right on the Sylvia already. Oh, what's the ball hits going on? Spoke boy Sleeker, that's so 90s. Well, it's gonna be good between me and the master, I think. But here we introduce the first protagonist of the challenge, in the form of the Honda Prelude. These often overlooked 4-seater coupes are usually overshadowed by Honda's other offerings of the time, but I've been saved by these guys on multiple occasions during the playthrough, so therefore I'm basically owed my life to them. Where the Mazda would soar past out of a corner, Easy Rider 1 would calmly wait to the straight to re-overtake him, allowing me to easily catch up. Oh, that Mazda though. Oh, they're both right on me. Oh no. This is amazing. I haven't had a good battle with GT4AI in so long. Like the Mazda actually. Not gonna get us in the straight. The affinity between me and the Preludes continued. Another one kindly holding up the scary 180SX at Motegi. Oh, the nose of the Nissan, but it's gonna be enough. He slams the brake. Then, what I call the final boss of the 90s challenge arose, at the street's special stage Route 5, with the unexpected appearance of a full-on turbocharged MR2 GTS, putting out at least one 1,000 horsepower. To add to that, it was starting in first, with the nearest prelude being in 4th place. After a strategic reroll, the MR2 returned in 5th, but more heartwarmingly, it was the first and second lockout by the same 2 preludes from the last races. This was going to be far from an easy drive though, as the MR2 burst past 4th place instantly, and by the time I catch him in my sights, he's already infiltrating the prelude's defense. They're already under attack, MX-5s are in first, and the MR2 is in second already. Maybe we can go for it in the MR2. Clearly, a much better start would be needed. Getting past the MR2 while it was stuck in traffic was critical, but just possible. Lancer even managing to snag first on lap 1, desperately trying to gain time on the corners before the inevitable. Yep, oh no. Now we hold our line. Yeah, this is the entire race, basically. I just had to predict where the MR2 was going to go and just lap my car in the middle of the track. It's so much harder when you're like in the car and all you can hear from behind is the outbreak and slamming into okay, not the greatest move in my life, but some things have to be done. Hold the line, come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! Get done, Emma. Holy. Comes. Oh, just missed me. And he goes for it again. Following the whirlwind, which was Route 5, things calmed down in Fuji, leading to a very unexpected prize considering the cars we raced. Unsold the concept car. Could even be a race car? 400, okay. That's pretty good. With the newfound cash, I set to complete the FF series in the beautiful FTO, which didn't pose too much of a challenge despite the name. There were still some cool battles though. Can we line up for an attack through here? Shut him off? Yes, okay, sweet. Oh, he's going for the inside dive. Come on. Yes! Strapped for money once again, it was back into the workhorse. But this time, I decided to try my luck at Super Wet events. Notoriously beatable 1v1 duels for 2 to 3 minutes of driving, and quite the amount of prize money. But little did I know what else I was able to win. Keeping even here, in fact we're outbreaking the Callaway already. Oh no! I think it might be over. 24 seconds? This is better than the easy one. And we got twice as much money. Hopefully a good prize car as well. Ooh. Now, we can't use this touring car. What we can do is sell it and hopefully it's worth something. So we can get an MR or some box. Oh. Woohoo! I love the Mazda 6, but it's going to a good cause. It's moved on to an actual racing team. Suddenly being propelled into the top 1% of wealth on this exact island gave me plenty of choice on what to spend. My main goal was to get something FR or MR, and a lot of interesting choices came up. None more so than this purple Jag, which blew me in with its charm and trustworthy first impressions. Turns out this charming first impression was just a cover-up to make me spend 20,000 credits over the typical asking price of the same car on other days. But the car, figuratively, telling me it was going to be alright, offered me 500 easy horsepower after the Stage 2 NA tune, assuring me that I could at least use it for the NA challenge later on. Oh, and I don't, clearly. With our brand new car, we blitzed the majority of the FR challenge, apart from this one-time Motorland. From there, we moved to the Clubman Cup, which stepped up the competition, beats in the corners, and we're just what? Oh, Clear's gonna dive bomb the air. What's the Peugeot doing? Peugeot's out, I think. Now it's just me versus the MR gang. Even still, we're hitting 270. The brakes for it. Oh, not exactly, no. Yeah, not much progress made in this lap here. We're hanging in with the top field, but all I can hope for now is that they've messed up some. With the clear has, oh my god, the clear's out in a spectacular way. Everyone's just gonna follow suit. Oh my god, he's gonna rejoin the track really bad there, almost taking me out. Now all we gotta do is bend. That was amazing by the clear there. Couldn't have thrown it better. The Jag was still holding up, with some help from the AI and their bizarre crashes I've never seen before. I thought it was completely over by the first lap, until I saw this low Salisto flying the furthest I could ever possibly imagine into that last corner. I'm still flabbergasted by that. Hopefully it happens to the clear in front, because that's the main threat at the moment. Come on, Jag. Oh! He's gonna do it again, he's gonna do it. He's gonna rejoin. No, no. Oh. As we moved on to Deep Forest, one of the AI had reached its limit, and this happened. Hello, you joined me around a second after Mazda RX-7 fully punted me off the track, and now we're both. The fact that he did it while like in midair while spinning out makes it even better. I was mad at first, but like I gotta give him credit for that. That's amazing. Okay, so he comes out of the situation with the RX-7 just as he's entering the air. What? That was like the last thing I would have expected on this first corner. Money was quickly running out again, so this time I checked out the European events and found a perfect event for the Jag to enter, the British GT Series. Boasting crazy prize money for winning each race, we went in. Now this event is different to the others so far, as it is a championship series, which offers quite a few advantages, but generally has harder competition, and this would be no exception. Yeah, that particular XJ220 is packing well over 2,000 horsepower. Qualifying was one of the advantages I touched on earlier, which I took full advantage of, scoring pole by over 3 seconds. This would end up being futile as the XJ220 and Esprit took off instantly. Even the Esprit's getting us. Whoa! Huge oversteer from that. Completely out of here by now, but it's actually struggling a lot in the corners. We claimed second place behind the other Jag, and set off to a track which filled me with dread. Fuji was back. I was banking once again on the AI being idiotic, and luckily for us, that car which ended up overshooting the first corner into this place in Tokyo was none other than the XJ220. What? The XJ's in last place, it's amazing. Outdragging the drift almost, there's a little sprint the Jaguar. Oh, he's not happy. Ian Miles. Go on. Hit your top speed. And he's watch out! Look at his RPM. What? Oh, we can't see it. Wait, no, we can. Yeah, I could not compete with that on the straights. Doing 430? 430 into turn 1, yo. Comes to grip as well. Narrowly missing. This race went very well for me, but in a burst of luck, the other Jag was able to use the TBR as some outboard brakes. After 2 more back-to-back wins, the championship was firmly mine. The cone flying into the camera. With this money, 2 more new cars were bought, an MR2 GTS of my own, and a tasty 22B Impreza. With the Impreza, I quickly upgraded it and set off to challenge the Boxer Spirit Race, an event in which the air would show their most ruthless tactics to date. Genuinely, I had no idea the AI could be this unhinged and loved almost every second of it. Going for dive bombs only previously seen in Forza Online lobbies, to petty revenge against each other and for the smallest things. The chaotic energy continued for every race, including this actual battle in Infineon. We finally got to see some pitball action at the beginner course in the MR challenge, with what was supposed to be the hardest opponent of the event. One thing about the carelessly tuned default setup that my MR2 had on it was that correcting any amount of steering would result in certain death, just like this multiple car pileup on New York. Moving on to more horrible financial decisions, I pick up this overpriced Sphere and throw random power upgrades on, expecting this car to be stable with 200 horsepower and an open diff was very wishful thinking. Clearly I still hadn't learned, as this first attempt at the compact challenge brought me to a record low as far as the challenge went. I had to stick with this car now, and no one was to blame apart from myself. This is actually amazing, oh my god! What are you doing? Now it's the cube. It's the cube against the oval. After a ton of horrible qualifying runs and a 6th place finish at Grand Valley, hopes for the championship rested on whenever was the next race. As soon as you hit one curve, it just decides to fly over it. And that would be okay if it was Le Mans 999, but the thing is, this isn't exactly CLR. Hong Kong brought out the worst in the car, as well as me, after failing qualifying runs multiple times. Yet again, we have to start the race staring at the back of a Fiat Punto. The best result being a 2nd place qualifying position, which lasted until lap 2. Okay, now I'm probably at the most mad I've ever been so far. I just lost all my places because of the stupid track and the stupid barrier placement. And this car isn't helping either. It just bounces whenever it can on every single possible elevation change. Doesn't matter if it's 2 centimeters in the air. It decides to flip and roll over. And doesn't help with the fact that it wheel spins in 3rd gear. and has no power down low, which is the gears, which is what you need to do if you have wheel spin in a high gear. It's not doing good. We're not doing good. I fear we might have to restart this entire thing, and armed with the knowledge everyone else had figured out 2 decades ago, I finally put some handling and drivetrain upgrades on the A-Class, and it drastically improved things. Things are still going to be a challenge though, as the Peugeot 206 made a return, as well as Apollo GTI joining the fight, whenever it wasn't generating a gravity field into whatever wall was closest. The usually most boring championship got heated at Tsukuba. 206 storming through now. Absolute French driving behavior from the 206. Where the Peugeot and I dueled down the straight on lap 5. The vertically challenged Mercedes. Come on! It's a bit of a fight. No, he's still hanging on. He's gonna go in the grass. We're gonna out-maneuver him through this corner. I think we might. Yes, come on. He's fully off the track. Third race was hopeless as usual, and already it was time for Hong Kong. With me and the Peugeot separated by 1 point, I needed a race here where everything went right. The qualifying run was done, taking pole by almost a second. Exiting out to the grid, I expected the Peugeot to be tailing me in second. And to make things better, the Peugeot's in last! Let's actually go, man. This is insane. The stars had aligned. All I had to do now was drive. The 206, with a horrible lap, had 5 cars to fight past still. So far, I've done a pretty bad job at getting cars which would be useful for multiple events. So to fix this, I went out shopping again. I only had 2 choices, a convertible truck, which would be expensive, or a convertible K car. You might be able to see where things are going. After seeing just how mental the Cappuccino was in other runs, I decided to give it a go. The K car challenge would serve as a sort of benchmark to see if this thing could take on the 250 horsepower Copens and Beats. And after dumping 20,000 credits into the car, I got more hesitant after the 5th place in Tsukuba. As a last ditch effort, I jammed some bigger power upgrades in, and this awoke every bit of potential this car had. We had come this far with well over 40 grand spent on this thing. I still had doubts about the convertible challenge however, and as we entered the long straights of Motegi, a suspicious MR2 showed up. Let me check. Let's have an autopsy. Do you see a detachable roof there? Honestly, it doesn't even look like it's a hardtop bus. I bet, knowing this game, that it won't let my MR2 in. I know for a fact. I'm gonna do that right now actually. Okay, exact same car, MR2 GTS 97. Go. Nah, all the more reason to get that MR2 now. With this knowledge, a war had been started against the cheetah. Call it petty, but I had to do it. We're gonna do it again, we're coming up for seconds. Dive. I guess there isn't really much to slow down, this car's alive. We almost just got taken out by the speedster, but now approaching the MR2 and the leads. We can hope for now. Fuck, no way. Wait! No! What? Suck in, MR2. Suck in, man. The Elise just bombed the MR2. Even he's fed up with the cheating. Apart from the MR2 battle, there was this race against some 500 odd horsepower Elises and Speedsters, probably one of my favourites of the entire challenge. I then went to try some of the other beginner and professional league races, from the easy pickup truck race. What? We're racing against the Ghost, trying my hand at the Supercar series, with promising results. Okay, there's a massive accident up ahead. That's no, what the? I've been in cleaner Forza lobbies than this. Like, actually. You know the tag game mode in Forza? It's usually more clean than this. I just witnessed the new like completely kamikaze bomb the S7. Like, genuinely just spinning him backwards, pushing him like halfway down the straight while he was backwards, and just turning him around. It's actually murder. That's oh, they're both dead again. Let's go. What are they what are they doing? With varying levels of success, I wanted to commit to a full series again. Introducing the Turbo Sports series. Armed with the Battlescar 22B, we began. Right off the bat, being thrown into a duel with a bug-eyed WRX showed me the outright power advantage the AI had. After a really fun back and forth, mistakes were made and I had to pull out. You rejoined me at Tokyo R246 with a dangerously fast 205 and a homicidal 300ZX. This series had some super fun races against the multiple 1,000 horsepower opponents, until they of course go off track. One race, which was a huge challenge, ended up being New York, where old enemies would be reunited. Taking advantage of the impatient Audi driver was all the help we needed to catch the Legion Lancia. It's like 10th try. I thought, good. Only a handful of events stood between us and the World Championship. And next in line was the Classic Series. But with opponents such as a 2,000 horsepower Buick Special and a 60 horsepower Citroen 2CV, I wasn't feeling insanely confident. Especially after buying 3 separate classic cars and choosing the weakest one because I thought it looked cool. Luckily though, our first roll of opponents was kind, and we set off once again. This is the most varied grid I've ever seen. We're up against a huge sled, a tiny kit car, which is currently dying. Oh my! Oh, come on, Jenna, come on. Where is he? Pulling out now. Both defend to each other, and barely miss the Geneva. Get a better line, reveal. The size is different. Things would be stepping up once again, with the dawning Tuning Car Challenge, where I finally realized you could use racing tires, an event which could spawn some absolute run killers. And with the luck we had avoiding the Buick Special in the Classic Series, it was only a matter of time before the inevitable. That right there is a 1,100 horsepower Opera S2000, a car which has gained huge notoriety recently because of its unearthly grip. All he could do was settle for second place in qualifying and ride it out. Dude, we're full on nitro and like diving every corner basically and he's still ahead, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to blast nitros all the way down the straight. We're not. The next race was looking better after the Opera had an awful start, with the power builds seizing their opportunity. But oh no, the beat's already vanished. That was a short answer to the question. I'll let him give me a boost, because he might outbrake in the corner. Honestly though, yeah, he's not even that much faster than me. Coming down to the last lap, the Nismo was still barely holding out in second. Oh, it's so close between them two, but I think the Skyline might actually hold it out. As long as it doesn't get me. Come on, man. Oh, it's so close. I think he might have it, you know? Come on! Come on, come on, come on. I think he has, yes. Oh my god. Following a shock pole position from the BTR of all cars, I had to hold out against the Opera behind me for second, in a race where the off-yellow bird was dominating. Yeah, well, both of my plans are not going well so far. Keep him behind, he's had a really bad exit. Oh! Dude, he's full on attacking me. What? No, why did boost? No, 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 no. What happened to the PTR? Are you kidding me? He fumbled that win. How? Idiot, man. Dude actually choked on Tokyo. What? Unheard of. But we have to win basically the next round. We also can't let Mr. Butterfingers, Butternut Yellow, can't let this guy get past us on the exit. Well, the completely baffling choke of the BTR left me unable to react, instead, unintentionally helping my main rival, who was also caught in the crossfire. After the events of Tokyo, the S2000 was firmly in the lead. I just needed the perfect— oh, it's El Capitan, never mind. This was just what we needed, but things were far from over yet. It just so happened that me and the Opera were tied on 30 points each, along with 2 more satisfying ties from the other cars. Things would come down to the last track for literally everyone. Yep. Okay, so me and Opera both tied in points. It is a rolling start. We do get that as an advantage if we qualify in first, of course. Get in, alright. Dude, I'm actually dying right now. All come down to the last race with tied on points. I'm gonna have to go really defensive on this one. Just hugging the inside line. Even then, he's still right on us. Ooh. Okay. It's alright, Jag your lawnmower. So bad in the brakes. But our exits are really nice. Huge lead already, alright. Opera is in the mud. He's gaining like second per sector. It's great now. Come on. We have really good exit once again. That's like where most of our time is gained. He's really on us now. Gotta keep it clean through here and we might have ourselves a championship. Go, man. In probably the most satisfying final scoreboard I've ever seen in this game, we managed to keep first on the track. I was sure the Opera would dominate. And just like that, the Jag was done. Remember how I said the NA tune upgrade was available on this car? In a final bout of scams, it turns out this thing is supercharged, despite having the NA tune upgrade. What? So yeah, despite being a massive con artist, the XKR always delivered when it mattered most. With the final championship getting closer and closer, the plan now was to of course finish up the last career races, and then get my hands on a DTM car. To do this, I got a nice M3 which had some amazing battles in the NA Challenge, as well as some sand trap shenanigans with some other M3s. Along with the E46 was a Ford GT to clean up the last Supercar events, and the tuning Grand Prix races which I had lost. Mate, 57 seconds on this track. Whoa! What are you two doing, man? And there we were, tantalizingly close to the beginning of the hardest leg of the journey, but without a car. To solve this, we hopped over to Italy and got a beautiful 147 GTA, clearing the Italian festival and eventually scoring ourselves this. I know it's a dumb GT4 challenge video, but this event got me introspective. Unfortunately for me, I'm extremely competitive and stubborn, and tried to look everywhere to see why I was failing. I wanted this car to make it. No! This car was the only plan I had for this event. I was already 100% committed to this plan, ever since I bought that 147. Ever since I spent all that money upgrading this car. I didn't waste all that money on the 147 just to give up, right? Man! Oh my god, man. I could see myself improving each time I restarted, but some of these races were genuinely impossible, but I didn't want to admit it. It's hard to give up on something you're committed to. You want to justify all the preparation you've made to get to this point, but sometimes things will just not work out how you want them to. Following my brain this was like breaking down a barrier of sorts, as I really wanted to justify why I spent all that money just to turn up empty-handed. Oh my god! Things just felt sort of empty after giving up on this strategy. Reluctantly, I abandoned this plan after many failed attempts, went to Prix Rally for some therapy, and eventually, there it was, the beautiful CLK. I really had no idea what to expect for the World Championship, so I basically just emptied the Mercedes parts department just to be safe. Here we go. Interesting lineup. The atmosphere felt different now. As soon as I joined the track for practice, things became clear that I wasn't welcome. Hello, World Championship. Second place in qualifying was all I could give. I had to push hard for this race. We go out on the softs for the first stint, hit in, go on the hards and carry it to the end of the race. I just want to see how, like, from what I've seen, we can only last 2 laps on the softs though, so I don't know if that's the best play. I know what I'm doing. It's probably the exact wrong thing. Oh my goodness. The 2D out of nowhere. And the Camaro actually. Oh my. I'm just hoping these guys have to pit in 1,000 times. Probably something I'll be doing as well actually. Ugh. I hate that corner. The Audi in front and even the R390 were unfathomably quick. Even after pitting in, the Audi would only maybe a quarter of a lap to overtake me again. I think I hope that I'll be right in this calculation that if I pit in now, he's pitting again, so I'll be a full cycle ahead. I don't know, man, it's gonna be close either way. Yeah, no, that there goes the Nissan. Yeah, we're actually behind the Chapel and the Camaro, which is honestly not that awe-inspiring. But I think I just gotta hang in there. Just hope that Audi... 4th place was looking like the best I could give until... Camaro beat me. As beat me. Yep, you'll never see this grid lineup ever again. Things for the first few laps in Motegi were complete despair. Only just getting past the Gillet after 2 laps. That Vertigo was cooking his tyres. But something I had completely forgotten to account for was about to transform this race. Oh, what's happened? That's the Camaro, don't crash into me, oh my god. Another huge crash as well. I know who they are. Audi's pitting in, that was the Audi. And hope that might mean the Nissan also just had that huge crash. This is huge for us, okay. Oh, I think someone hit him. I think first place hit him, that's insane. Oh no, it's been a massive crash. Another massive crash. Someone's in the infield. What? It's the Camaro, I think. Vertigo! What? Even after the Vertigo and R390's best attempts, I somehow won by a whole lap. But we absolutely couldn't let our guard down, especially since we found ourselves at Hong Kong. I could only wait as the qualifying lap came to a close. Hey. What? What? What kind of cursed lineup is this? The chaparral, taken aback by my remarks, suddenly made me shut up after about 2 corners. It's so much faster now. Oh my god! Leave me alone, man. Oh my god. Still, we're destroying everything. Oh. Remind me to never speak again. Aside from a couple of errors, I found myself in a really good position heading into the pits. My strategy to blast off as far as possible on the soft/mediums paid off, and the idea was to get to the end on the hard tyres. The Audi, on the other hand, had a terrible race, due in part to how broken the AI got on this track, once again losing to us by a lap. Seoul was where relations between me and the R8 hit boiling point. After hearing word from the S4 driver, and after losing by a lap to me twice, something had to give, and it would all happen right here. Oh my god! What an idiot though, honestly, actually an idiot. Every single Audi driver I've raced against in this entire series, they just slammed into the back of me, and that pretty much set the scene for the next few laps, with the CLK barely holding third, or worse. The longer the travel can keep him behind, the more chance I have of the... Oh my god! What was that, my man? Yeah, exactly, you deserve that, bro. The R390's motor attempt shook me up, but somehow we made it into the pits. Somehow things were still not over. Okay, sit rep, the Audi missed the pits once. I I believe he actually missed it again, following that. He's going too fast in the pit lane, he actually couldn't hit it in time. In what I could only describe as karma, the Audi was repeatedly missing the pits every single lap. Oh hello, it is him. Oh man. I'm gonna give you a boost actually so you can fit in. Oh. I think we cruise to victory, unless that's the R390 that did kill us before. Oh no, okay. Another free win, I guess. This led to the greatest form of humiliation. Losing to the, to the Vertigo. The next race, however, one I was originally pretty confident in, revealed this car's major weak point, which was bumps. Call it foreshadowing, but getting any amount of air in this car spelled the end, something I would find out pretty early on. That was probably the worst I could have had. And I forgot to change tires. No. Even the Vertigo! Oh dear. Oh no. What do I keep doing? It was now a matter of fighting back through the pack. But this track shreds tires. So much so that I put it on the same lap as the R8 and R390. I'm gonna have to follow them though, that's the thing. Everyone pitting in. Okay. I'm completely unable to match the pace of the others. I just had to wait out and see who pitted in. Oh god, our tires. Difficulty's been ramped up just a little bit more. Okay, we survived. That was sketchy as though. Leading by 10 points, at this position I was relaxing a little, leading to me forgetting to swap out the Stage 4 Turbo while still being on soft tyres. Well, I did have a strategy, and I was going to be go out in the hards first and just see how many laps I can do, but now I'm going to have to do everything on the softs again. Even then, it was a struggle. I'm not fancying my chances of getting dive bombed by him though. Honestly, that was pretty well done by the AI. He actually got an alright angle. Yeah, I'm judging the AI as cheating. Luckily for us though, the AI pitted in every 5 laps, which made this one pretty easy. Oh. What's the bet he missed the pits again? I so hope so. Oh, Audi might have spun. He's dead. Audi's officially died. Our highs would soon end up crashing back down once we got to Paris, a track which our car completely rejected. Every bump was a fight to keep it going in the right direction. Every low-speed acceleration zone bogged the car down. Every time we got to the final chicanes, the car's direction depended on the wind for all I knew. This happened lap after lap. I cannot stop this car from bouncing over me. To the point where the Vertigo was a real threat. Dragging the CLK to the end, the damage was done. No. Oh my god. Yeah, nice job. Nice. We're never getting that third place back. Man, bro. Tell you what. So Audi, Chaparral, tomorrow, Mercedes, 390, and Vertigo lap. So that's drastically closed our gap. The Audi had closed our gap to 9 points, with some really scary tracks still to come. Speaking of which, here's Suzuka. But I wanted to prove something this time. I wanted to beat the Audi on pace for once. As we shot past the first turn, I seized the opportunity. And we actually overtaken the Audi on pace. Oh, quickly maybe. Oh, he's switched around, that's cool. Right. Lead the way. Hello, Audi, alright. Okay, that was a bit... Oh, okay. Alright. So we just reset from square one then. The relentless pressure from the R8 forced me to my limits on the track I struggle at, and it felt amazing. Oh, watch out. What are you doing? The pressure finally caught up to both of us though, making costly mistakes at lap 3. Oh, he's done an even worse job than me. But something I completely missed was a certain AI getting stuck at the final corner. Oh, that's 390. Something that should happen to multiple cars. What? I swear there's someone right behind me as well. At a loss for words, I scored the most confusing win so far. Adding to that was another baffling discovery about the Audi. Now leading by almost 20 points, things started to wind down. I opted to skip Grand Valley's qualifying and wing it just to see what happened, and I ended up in a generally fun fight, which lasted until GT4's counter-steer physics banned me from having fun. Oh! And this ends the championship, really. The last race was just me monologuing. I really didn't think this would be possible, but we actually managed to do it. In the Seal K as well, it's just, yeah, perfect. Even from that moment at the very beginning where, like, I spun out, crashed, like, and got to, like, 5th place or something. I thought it was over from there, but no, you gotta keep on keeping on. It completely changes your way of thinking for playing the game, because usually you just buy like a box, start the game off, but no, you have to actually think about like your upgrades at the start of the game to beat the Sunday Cup, and like, yeah, that was so good. The start section was actually challenging. Yeah, like so many memorable moments and challenges. Oh my god. Well, what do you know? Just like that. I think I just died again. AI in this game are pretty, like, you know what they're gonna do. But for this, like, it completely like changes everything you know about the AI. So you have to prepare for the worst in a way, sort of. Where you just to buy the most OP car that you can afford, just because you don't know what's gonna be in store for you. And that's what I've been missing. It's just the randomness and all that. Yeah, I haven't felt challenged like that before for a very long time. Probably since I first beat this championship in this very car. Just wanted to say thanks for watching. Haven't done anything like this before, and like I probably said while I was yapping, this challenge really freshed up this game for me. It reinstilled the primordial fear of not knowing if the next race would end your run. So you gotta prepare for the worst type things. Anyway, cheers, and see you around. What? Wait, who's in first? Second place to the Camaro. But we did it. And the Vertigo beat someone. Wow. What an emotional ending. Vertigo beat. And 73-57. So yeah. Yeah, from the start of this championship, it looked like it was over for me. I thought it would. This is just way too much. Just how much of a margin I had, what Audi had against me, in this at the start race. But then AI fails at this, and yeah, rest is history, as I say.